Hey, what's up guys, welcome back. In this video we are going to be calculating the execution time for loop and execution time for recursion. I'm going to be writing factorial program using for loop as well as factorial program using recursion, and we are going to be calculating the execution time, and let us see which method is faster. Okay, so let us get started. First things first, I'm going to import time module. Alright, and after that I'm going to define a function called factorial underscore loop. Okay, this is going to be using for loop method, and I'm going to pass this num variable to this function. Okay, and now I'm going to initialize a variable called fact. Initially it is going to be 1, and now I'm going to take a for loop for I in range of 1 to num plus 1. Num plus 1 because always the last value is excluded. We want for loop to have last value, that's why I'm going to add num plus 1, and after that I'm going to take fact and I'm going to assign it to fact multiplied by I, and this is going to calculate the factorial for the given input. Okay, then after that I'm going to return fact variable. Okay, so this function is using looping. Okay, so loop for loop method, this is for loop method. Now I'm going to write a function for recursion method. Okay, recursion method. Alright, so def factorial underscore recur, and I'm going to pass the same variable called num, and I'm going to take a base condition. Recursion functions always have base condition. Without it, it is not going to execute. It is going to throw an error that recursion reached to maximum depth. Okay, so always remember recursion functions are going to have base condition. So if num is less than or equal to 1, what I'm going to do is I'm going to return 1, else I'm going to return num multiplied by, and I'm going to call this function. Okay, and I'm going to subtract num by 1. Okay, this line right here is recursion. Okay, so the function which calls itself is called recursion. Alright, so now that we have two functions ready, now let us calculate the execution time. So I'm going to initialize variable called tm, and I'm going to call time module of which I'm going to call time function, and I'm going to assign a variable called result, and I'm going to call this loop function here, and I'm also going to initialize the num variable. Initially I'm going to give 5. Okay, now I'm going to initialize another variable called t2 time. Okay, now let us print inside f string factorial is, and I'm going to pass result 1 here, and time taken is, and I'm going to pass t2 minus t1 because t2 is always greater than t1. Okay, and now I'm going to initialize another variable called t3, and I'll just copy and paste this below, and I'll take this recursion function, and I'm going to initialize another variable called result2, and I'm going to assign it to factorial of recursion function, and t4 same, I'll just copy and paste this here, and I'll just copy and paste this print function over here as well. Okay, here I'm going to give result2, and here t4 minus t3. Okay, everything looks good. Let us execute this and let us see. And here we can see the factorial is 120 for input num equals 5, and the time taken is 5 microseconds and recursion time taken is 2.3. So what I'm going to do is I'm going to just remove this result value from here so that we can see the time here. So I'm going to give for loop here, for loop method, and I'll just remove this as well. I'll give recursion. So recursion method time taken. Okay, now let us give the value as 10, and here we can see for loop method has taken 7.8 into 10 to the power minus 6, and recursion method has taken 5.2 into 10 to the power minus 6. Now let us increase the value. I am going to give 100, and here we can see the for loop time taken is less than time taken for recursion method. Here we need to understand one thing: for smaller input recursion is faster, and for bigger input looping method is faster. Okay, so let us try this once again. I'm going to give 10, and here we can see for loop takes more time when compared to recursion method. If I increase like 50 or something, and here we can see again for bigger input the loop method takes a little bit less time when compared to recursion method. And now I'm going to increase 500, num as 500, and here we can see for loop has taken, so let me calculate the decimal point over here. So for loop has taken 7.7 into 10 to the power minus 5, and recursion has taken 41.96 into 10 to the power of minus 5. So this is bigger. Okay, so again here we can see the recursion method has taken a lot of time. Now let me give, I don't know, this has given the weird output. Now let me give 900, and again here we can compare. This is smaller when compared to this value. Okay, so we can conclude that for smaller input recursion is faster, and for bigger input looping method is faster. Okay, so there is also a few methods with which we can improve the execution time of recursion functions. I am going to be talking about those methods in my course, which I'll be releasing very soon. And yeah, that's about it for today's video. I hope you guys enjoyed this video. I'll see you guys in the next one. Until next time, take care and be safe.